So here we are in my kitchen, in the standard kitchen of a, I guess, early 20s, living with his brother, graduate. I have my stuff together. So you guys want to know how I make this crazy good pasta. Well, here we go. Yes, fire. So one thing I do enjoy is fire. So here's all the ingredients you need. Fettuccine pasta, great value, of course, because if you're a pasta slob, you've got problems. You've got problems. I don't know, like some Alfredo sauce. This is 4 cheese. You gotta get the 4 cheese. Oh wait, this is roasted garlic. Okay, that's fine. 1 lemon, some garlic, and some green onions. Now the garlic and green onions can be substituted for onions and or onion powder. And also the most important thing, Parmesan cheese. That's gonna come in later. Anyway, so you start over here with your shrimp. Make sure you cleaned all of your dirty dishes out of the kitchen, because you know all the shrimp is gonna get covered in smell. So then you just come around here and you start tossing the shrimp in the warm water, like you toss away your hopes and dreams, and just keep doing this for like a long while. And then once you're done with that, these will be nice and make sure they're still a little cold to the touch by the time you're done, and then you can detail all of them. And since I have the power of editing, I can just detail them, you know, as soon as I'm done, and then it can just cut right back here and then be done with it. Blammo, would you look at that? All the strips are, all the tails are gone. Look at how easy that was. It took a couple of seconds, not even. I continue whipping the crap out of it once they're done, and then once they're kind of like just tender to the touch, then you can stop what you're doing here and start moving on to other things. You know, it's like that. Alright, they're looking good, looking good. Alright, now swing back over to your stuff here. Now, this is what you pretty much need. I like to use a lot of garlic, so a lot of garlic is very good. Then this is all the green onions. I only use like a couple, and then I'm going to put them in here. Make sure that you keep your water going, and this is the most important step. Are you guys ready for this? There's no more important step than what I am about to do, and that's salt your pasta water. That was a lot of salt. Anyway, yeah, salt your pasta water. If you don't salt your pasta water, you've never eaten pasta. So, since I'm a physicist and I have the power of being a physicist, I'm gonna cut these all up in like under a second. And when I'm back, you guys, well, I won't even leave. I'll cut them up like this. Wow, would you look at that? They're all chopped. Glorious. Alright, so now that we've got all this chopped, and my water's almost boiling already. Man, I must be really, really, really good at heating water up. Anyway, we're going to be chopping up our fettuccine. So this is fettuccine. You can use any pasta, really. I like to use a long pasta, so fettuccine, linguine, normal pasta. Angel hair it might not work as well with, but, you know, you might as well do that. So I am going to put this pasta in the... So let's just open this bad boy here. Ignore the, I don't drink. Anyway, so we're gonna put our pasta in the bowl here. Like and subscribe if you cut your pasta in one go, with, when you split your pasta with one go. So this can go in there, along with myself. Anyway, let's continue on. So grab your spatula here, give this a good stir. You always gotta stir up your pasta right after you put it in the pasta bowl, and that gets the salt kind of amalgamating in there and keeps them separated so that they don't stick together and you have a giant globule of pasta. Alright, so let's just, we can leave that to cook there. And now we have to put this in. Don't put the lemon directly into the thing. And we have our nice saucepan here. Oh, I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting something very important. Let's go into our refrigerator here. You cannot cook shrimp without butter. So, I've never done this one-handed, so let's find out. Let's grab our appropriately sized butter knife. That's not a fucking knife. What are we talking about? This. Alright, and, oh, this is not easy. There we go, butter, and just plop that right in there. Nailed it. Turn this bad boy on, kind of medium heat. Make sure that your butter starts melting. It'll be sliding around because my house is uneven. Then grab this bad boy, pick her up, and start pouring her in there. And I don't trust myself to do this one-handed, so I'm just gonna jump cut. Alright, now as you can see, I still managed to fuck it up because there's onion fucking everywhere, and I'm really good at that. So, now all you need to do is start to get this cooking. You know, make sure the butter and the garlic and the onions are all kind of conglomerated together. You gotta be cooking this real nice. Now during this, you could be, you know, doing and deveining your shrimp and stuff like that. So there are a couple of alternatives here. If you want to use butter, that's fine, because I'm a fat ass and I like using butter. However, you could use something like coconut oil or olive oil or avocado butter or something of the sort. That might be a little healthier for you. But you know, since I'm a fucking degenerate, I'm just gonna use butter. Butter is amazing. You gotta use butter, man. Now you'll notice I didn't put the lemon in. Now there's a very specific reason why I didn't put the lemon in, because you always have to put the lemon in after the shrimp. So let's go grab our shrimp here. Looking good, nice and defrosted. Now these are pre-cooked shrimp. They've already been cooked. They're Aldi store brand shrimp, because that's where I get all my shit. There's Red Queen medium cooked shrimp. Shout outs to you know Aldi's. I use about half the packet. If you're really hungry, you can use the whole packet if you really like shrimp. Otherwise, you can go a little lighter if you're going a little lighter in the meat. Now see how that butter's all sizzling there? It's all really good. That means it's ready. Now you gotta grab your shrimp and just dump that motherfucker in there. Oh yeah. Okay, make sure there's nothing left after. All right. Now this will really start sizzling. Now if you have uncooked shrimp, like you're using uncooked shrimp, then make sure that the shrimp is browned on both sides before continuing. If the shrimp is not brown on both sides, don't bother putting in anything else. But since I have cooked shrimp, I'm just going to put the lemon straight in. Now, I use a real lemon. You can use lemon juice, but a real lemon is about 60 times better. Just go and just squeeze that bitch like I squeeze, never mind. And the seeds are in there, that's fine, I don't care. Just other half, just give it a good Hulk. There's lemon juice everywhere. Oh god. Anyway, so now that the lemon juice is in there, now we can start mixing it up. You want to kind of fully conglomerate the shrimp around. Now is when we start adding a couple of our preliminary seasonings. So you would add the garlic powder and the onion powder right here if you didn't have garlic or onions. And you'd probably add like salt or something, but I'm going to add that after I add the Alfredo. Now let's see how our pasta is doing. So cooking the pasta correctly is a very important part of this. Now, my pasta is going to take a while because it's fettuccine. Pasta takes a generally long time to cook, unless it's like angel hair. If it's angel hair pasta, it would be done already because that's how it works. You can already see it's starting to bend. Now, a lot of people can get confused with how al dente pasta is made. Al dente pasta is really just pasta, but it still has a tiny little bit of pasta left in it. It's not all water or liquid like a lot of people cook pasta to be. So you don't gotta overcook your pasta. So see how the shrimp is doing all real nice. It's starting to kind of get brown on the side there, you know, get that little red, and it's absorbing the butter. That's the good shit right there. And all of the onions are starting to wilt, and you've got the garlic that's kind of getting conglomerated in, and you have this buttery, oniony, garlic kind of au jus there. Yeah, this is gonna be fucking good. I'm gonna let this cook for a little bit and then cut back in when I think it's ready for the next step. Alright, it's cooked down a little bit. The stuff is a little thicker. You don't want to cook this for too long because then your shrimp get overdone. So make sure that if you're raw shrimp, this is perfectly fine. You know, but if you're doing pre-cooked shrimp, try not to cook it for too long. So the next step is obviously my personal favorite one. You gotta add this. There we go. Okay, I did it with my mind. Now, there's a debated amount. There's about half left in here. Now, you gotta just keep pouring it until you feel like you have enough Alfredo in there. Like, make sure you got a nice solid pile, because you want enough Alfredo. It's gonna cook down a little bit. So there's now barely any Alfredo left in there, and I put the can back on really easily. So I'm gonna start mixing this up here. It's gonna look kind of gross at first because the butter and the lemon and stuff doesn't like conglomerate with the Alfredo, so it just kind of turns into this kind of runny Alfredo-y pile of randomness. But don't worry, as the Alfredo heats up, it'll kind of absorb all the butter and lemon, and it'll get all nice. Now, is when you add your seasonings. So I like to start with the black pepper here. Great value black pepper, obviously, because pepper is fucking pepper, and if you don't get the cheapest pepper, you're dumb. So I just add a little bit of pepper, you know, and then now you could add more good onion and garlic powder, but I like adding just a little bit of garlic salt. Alright, I did it with my mind. I like to add a little bit more garlic salt because garlic salt is really good. It kind of adds this little salty tinge to it, and it makes it sure it's all garlicky. I also add a little bit of sea salt. Don't add too much because you don't want it to like kill you. So just add a little bit of sea salt, and then I like adding some extra paprika. Now this is one of those. Okay, I did it with my mind again. This is one of those things where you be healthy. This is also a perfect example of how fucking bad I am at cooking. And then the best stuff that you could possibly add, slap your mama. This is Cajun seasoning, and it's amazing. Now just add some Cajun seasoning. A lot of Cajun seasoning. Okay, there's your Cajun seasoning now. Ow, this is really fucking hot now. Okay, so now mix all your spices in. Should get really nice. It should get this kind of like red shade almost. It's more orange than red actually. The lighting here kind of makes it look yellow, but it's not. It's like this this light, almost peachy orange. Now this is way too thick. Like thin. I mean, it's like this isn't a pasta sauce. This is barely even an Alfredo. This is because the lemon juice and the butter and the heat has thinned it out. So this is where you can add a bunch of different things. Ooh, my pasta is really boiling. That's looking fucking good. So this is where you can add a couple of things. Now, this is obviously to preference. I need to... Nobody saw that. Anyway, I need to mix this up because you don't want the pasta to get into the bottom. Yeah, the pasta's doing really well. It's still not done yet. If it resists you as you try and mix it, then it's probably not done. So this is still bubbling. Now this is your chance to be a little healthier. You know, if you really like it, you could add some okay, this is way too fucking hot. Okay, so you could add some sun-dried tomatoes here. You could add some spinach, and that'll melt down real nice. You could add some kale, stuff like that. Make it nice and green. You know, add some health to it. But I'm from Wisconsin, and you know what that means. That means fucking Parmesan cheese, boy. Fucking Parmesan cheese. Fuck. Boy. Much better. Alright, now we get to mix this in, and you'll see it's a visible difference with the Parmesan cheese. Like, look at how much thicker and creamier and cheesier and... Oh my god, oh, look at how good that is now. Oh yeah. Okay, anyway, before I really get problematic, the best thing that you can tell when it's like good and nice and cheesy is when you pull it like this and it doesn't stick to the pan. Like, it's kind of got this like melted cheese kind of texture to it. It's thinner than melted cheese. It's not melted cheese, but it's sexy. And oh, this is done. I don't need to cook this anymore, so I'm gonna turn this off. Oh man, look at my socks. Yeah. Anyway, so this is done, and now all we've got left is the pasta. So where's my fucking spoon? Oh, here it is. It's blending into my thing. It's the pasta. Now, getting pasta right is very difficult. A lot of people overcook pasta because they're like, oh yeah, once the pasta's soft, it's done. So the best way... Oh wow, I actually got one. Can I get it with one hand? Can I get... Shit. All right, I'm gonna... Oh, we got one. We got one. Okay. Now, usually you can tell by feel, but what you gotta do, bite the motherfucker in half. Now, I don't know if my camera can show this, but there's these, like, white lines inside of the pasta when you try it. If the white line is gone, you've gone too far. Now, this white line is still there. It's still pretty prominent. So I'm gonna eat the rest of this pasta. It will be another couple minutes before it's done cooking. But make sure there's a very, very, very tiny white line, like barely visible, but the pasta still kind of resists you when you stir it. That's the best way to do it. So, I'm not just gonna let you guys sit here and watch pasta boil, because that's fucking boring. Like, it's pasta. I don't watch pasta boiling porn. I'm not Italian. Anyway, yeah, so now that this is done, I will show you guys the mixed conglomeration when the pasta is done. So I will be right back. Okay, pasta's done and strained. It's pretty good. It looks pretty nice. It's hot as fuck. Jesus Christ. Anyway, there's still a tiny little bit of a white line. I don't know if you guys can see that in the middle, but it's perfect. It's perfectly al dente. We got this done. So all that's left is to take our bowl and combine them. So scooping fettuccine pasta with a spoon is not the easiest thing, but it's okay. I'm not going to eat too much because I don't want to make you guys too jealous. So I'm just going to do like a couple of scoops here. This is, you can tell how well this is working for me, because get yourselves a tongs. I don't have the money for that. Just get oh fuck. Okay, all right, that'll be enough. Get yourselves a tongs. So now that you've got this, grab your thing here. Usually what I'll do is I'll pour it in, but since this is for a video, okay, just, yeah. Now it's almost the same color as the pasta. Make sure you get some shrimps in there, because, you know, you gotta have it. But there's almost these like little red, you know, Cajun-y veins inside of it, you know, as it sets. I am making a fucking mess, Jesus Christ. You know, just be healthy with your sauce. This stuff goes really quick. Like, you'd be surprised. Be very healthy with your sauce, and make sure that you give yourself enough, because you're gonna want more. As you can tell, I was prepared for this video. So now we've got some, listen to that. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. All right. And that's how you make the best Cajun shrimp fettuccine Alfredo that has ever graced this earth. Thanks everyone for watching. Shout out to Danielle from work, who inspired this video. This one's for you. Make this shit, because it's so good. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat this and try not to have a boner while I'm eating it. Thanks. Bye.